Walt here with the Schultz team at Waterstone Mortgage. We've got an exciting show planned for you today. We're going to be talking about a multi-billion-dollar industry right here in the state of Oregon. We're going to be talking about movies. It's no surprise with the beauty that Oregon has that there's been well over 450 movies shot right here in Oregon. In fact, we're on the scene of where Jack Nicholson got one of his first starts, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Let's go talk to Catherine and talk more about the movie, more about mental health, and how it played a role here, right here in Salem. Hey, Catherine, thanks so much for meeting with us today.
Sure.
We're here at the Museum of Mental Health in the One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest exhibit here.
Right.
Can you tell us a little bit about that movie, how it impacted Salem and Oregon, and also mental health in our industry?
Sure. There was controversy about whether or not to allow it to be filmed at the state hospital. Then Superintendent Dean Brooks argued that if they weren't allowed to film here, they would build an Oregon State Hospital on a backlot in Hollywood, and there'd be no influencing or controlling what was said about the hospital or the patients. So he put some conditions on the filming here, and those included interacting with patients in a respectful way, including them in set building and as extras as was appropriate, and they were genuinely appreciated and befriended by the actors.
Catherine, thanks so much for having us today.
Where do you go next?
We're heading off to the Elsinore Theater.
That's great. You know, the Elsinore is where Cuckoo's Nest first premiered for an audience of patients and staff, long before the rest of the country got to see it.
Oh, that's awesome to know. Thanks again.
Sure.
Have a great day.
Thanks.
Hey, Tom, thanks so much for meeting with us today. Can you tell us a little bit about the Elsinore and really the impact that it's had within Salem and within the movie and the theater company?
Absolutely. The theater was built in 1926 by prominent attorney George Guthrie. He wanted to make the showplace of the Willamette Valley, and that's what they ended up calling a theater.
One of my fondest memories was watching Star Wars here as a young kid. I still remember that to this day.
You know, Walt, I hear that from a lot of people. They tell me where they were seeing exactly when they had their first date or they saw this film. You know, let's go take a peek.
Awesome, let's do it.
Walt, I've told you about our history as a film house, and we've shown films, as I said, from 29 to current day. But some of the more amazing things that happen on this stage, number one, we were the place where Zoe's gang, and that is our local Mickey Mouse Club. And did you know, on this very stage where we're standing, Clark Gable used to rehearse lines. Yeah, he lived right up the road, and he'd come down and stand here and practice.
Tom, that's amazing. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be able to meet with you today and talk a little bit about the Elsinore and the history thereof. Hey, do you mind, for old time's sake, can I watch a movie?
Absolutely.
This is Financing the American Dream. Thanks for watching. Back to you at the studio.